I'm getting ready to do a big back snack attack. Don't believe the hype. Oh my word. Oh my God, I found heaven. Sighren. Where all my gems at? What is up? I am out and about on my way to I have to get some oil. I have to get some more oil for some of my orders that I have to get out. I just keep running out of product. Now, where I used to buy my product from, this stuff is just so expensive now. They done doubled their price, like seriously, doubled the price, and I'm just like, whoa. What y'all got going on over here? What do y'all got going on over here? I cannot. But anywho, y'all, it's another day of me missing my husband. And I think it's even harder because I just saw that a YouTuber, I know her as Ashira Star Goddess. That was the part of her that I had followed, which was more of the spiritual side of her. But she also goes by Shira 7, the sprinkle lady or whatever. I ain't mad at the girl, okay? But she announced that her husband passed. Now, he passed like maybe a month, prior to her announcing it. So she said she wanted to give herself time to grieve, which I think is smart. But it just made me think of like, being separate from my husband. Just missing him and wanting to be, with him, and this thing that life is doing with us right now. It just makes me feel some type of way, so when I heard that, I was just like, oh, my sympathy just really went towards her, because I'm like, dang. But she said it was like they knew, they was kind of prepared for it. It looks like he had been sick for a while. I don't know if he had cancer, but it looks like he had been sick, and I guess eventually he was moved from the hospital to hospice and all of that. So they were able to, they knew, they were very much so prepared for it. So that's a blessing within itself. I tell people a lot, I'm like, when you get that chance to say goodbye, as opposed to it like you just get that phone call like, yo, they gone. You know what I'm saying? You had no idea they was healthy, everything was good, and it's just like, wait, what? It was like, when I lost the father of my kids, he ended up hurting himself, and he was just gone for 2 weeks. We talked every day, like every day. Even though we weren't together, we talked every day. And I didn't hear from him for 2 weeks, and I just knew in my heart that something was up. And we hadn't heard from him, and that's when we got that call on Valentine's Day. I got that call on Valentine's Day. All right, my gems, I'm getting ready to do a big back snack attack. Okay, this is the chocolate pistachio loaf from Starbucks. That's what it looks like. Chocolate pistachio loaf. Let's see what this thing tastes like. They did warm it up. What was that?
It has nuts in it?
Not really that bottom part. Well, maybe it do. Eat it, it's just pistachio. You eat though. It just tastes like, it tastes more like chocolate than anything. Don't believe the hype.
It's like air. Watered down chocolate.
Now this one here is the strawberry matcha. Okay. Let's see. Strawberry matcha. I paid $10 for just 2 of these. I like this one better. This one right here is fire. This fire. I like this one. Yeah, I like this one. I can see myself coming back to get this one. It's the strawberry matcha, y'all. I like this one. This one, I need to take that back in there. So, there it is. Strawberry matcha cake. It's good. On point. That one is good. That one is worth the calories. It's Mercury retrograde, y'all. What do we have going on here? What do we have going on here? Whatever it is horrid. Well, you can't go that way. They're telling you, everybody, you can't go that way. Huh?
Why they got cameras?
I don't know. Happy rising, my gems. What is up? I am on my way out. Of course, I have some daily errands. This is what your girl is looking like. Let me show y'all. So I just threw this dress on, y'all. It's a dress. It's not a shirt and a top. I have my belt on with it, and I just threw on some slides with it because I'm just running to Target, and that's pretty much about it. I might go get that little burger, so I might have me a little lunch today. I'm not sure, but I don't know, I might eat out today. I'm not really sure if I'm going to, but I might. So if I do eat out, because I'm like, I have to do a fast starting tomorrow, right? So I'm going to be fasting for a couple of days, weeks. And I'm like, do I want to have a last little hoorah before my fast? I'm not really sure. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. I don't know. But anywho, let's go, y'all. Hey, my gens. So, y'all, we are done. Let me do just a quick little car haul with y'all. I went inside of TJ Maxx. I got me a farmer's market bag when I go to the farmer's market, because the other one I have is a little too big, y'all. That's my shopping bag. So I got this cute little farmer's market bag, y'all. It is actually all blinged out, and then this side is plain, but this side is like blinged out, okay? And I love it because it gives me just enough space, so when I purchase my stuff, you know, I can put it in my little bag, honey. Let me see if I can put it close so y'all can see how blinged out it is. See. All right, so I got this brown skirt. Y'all know I love my little midi skirts, okay? This one is brown. I don't think I have one in brown. Not this chocolate brown. I've wanted one in the chocolate brown, but I didn't have one, so I got that. This was $16.99, y'all. That's it. Okay. Lord, what else did I get? I got me some snacks, both healthy and not so good. I got some roasted sunflower seeds, okay? I also got some makeup, y'all. I got some smoked sweet paprika. I have this sheer finish Bobbi Brown, okay? This is just, you know, once you done with your makeup and you just want to go over it, it's a sheer finish, so it doesn't have a color. I got this by Fenty. Okay, hold on, let me put this back in the bag. I got this by Fenty. This is called Unveil. That's the color of it. So this is what it looks like. Let me see, honey, let me make sure the bottom says the same thing. I gotta get my glasses, child. Gotta get my glasses, honey. Okay. Unveil, okay? So that's what this one is. It's called Unveil. You know, you have to pray over this stuff when you get it. This is a small one. These are the ones that y'all see me use a lot. And I'm running out of the one that I got. Okay. Let me see if I can put it on my hand so y'all can see the color of it. It's like a natural, like a dark nude. It's like a brown color, okay? But yeah, that's the color of it right there. So that's what it would look like. I definitely have to go home and detox and pray over that chair. Okay. So let's see. Okay, so, and that is like usually like it says a lip stain, long wear. Okay, I think the one that I have is matte. This one doesn't say matte, so I'm hoping it is matte. This by MAC. Oh my God, I put this on my hand. Yo, y'all, let me see if y'all can see. Can y'all see the blink? Look at that! Y'all, look at that. Y'all see the bling? Oh my word, y'all, look at that. I put this on my hand. This says it was $16.99. It's the sheer finish light struck liquid highlighter illuminator. Oh my word. Oh my God, I found heaven. Y'all, this stuff, if you can just see this in person, y'all, if you can, look at that, look at the glow, look at that, y'all. Okay. Oh my God. I'm like, is this for the body? It says skin finish. You know, oh my word, y'all. It's just a lustrous liquid highlighter that glistens on skin for a refined gleam. So yes, this goes on your body. Okay, this is what it looks like. So it comes in this right here. It's called Skin Finish. Oh my God, y'all. Summertime. Summertime. What? I got the stuff that you want. I got the thing that you need. All right, let me see what else did I get. I think that's about it, y'all. Oh, and I got this little piece right here to go on my table from Ross. Okay, just a little something, a little decor, because I wanted to add a little more silver. And then I got some turtles to eat before I do my fast. Y'all, I told y'all I'm getting ready to do my little fast. So, yeah. But that's it. Okay, that's all I got. I really wasn't going out to do no shopping or anything. But, you know, you got to peek your head up. Who's that peeking in my window? You know how it is. You got to go in there. You got to, you know. So, that's what, you know what I realized? I thought I bought some earrings. I bought some earrings too. I don't know where they are. Oh, they in here. I'm like, I bought some earrings too. Okay. So I bought a pair of silver, just a pair of big silver hoops. Okay. They're kind of thick. And then I got these right here. Just for like I say, spring and summer, to wear something just a little dainty. Okay. And that was it. Because I'm like, hold up. Now, for what I spent and what I got, it ain't adding up. So now I'm about to see where it is that I'm going to have a little lunch date. Y'all, I got one hand with nails on, one hand with nails off. I was going to put them, you know, I don't know, I'm just taking them off, okay? I feel like the winter energy is like gone. See, this was like animal print with the black, you know. And I just feel like winter is like gone, so I don't know. I think this is going kicking my phone's arse, okay? Winter, I'm not in the energy of winter, and I feel like my spring energy is like kicking in. So yeah, I think I'm ready for my spring colors. Typically that's in March. It's the end of February. The first is like, I think tomorrow or the next day. So but anywho, yeah, I'm finna go see where it is that I'm gonna take myself out on a nice lunch date. Now, y'all know I'm still no meat, okay, since Bay left January 22nd. It is like February 27th. Okay, I had to take my shades off because I don't have the eyeglass, the cleaner to wipe it off, and I had a little smudge on there, and I tried to wipe it off with my dress, and it smudged all over. Okay, so I'm like, I gotta clean my eyeglasses. So, but yeah, I forget what I was saying. I'm gonna see where it is. Oh, I haven't had any meats, so it's been a month. I have not had any meats, you guys. Okay. I'm looking at pushing into March. I mean, because I haven't craved anything. That's the thing about it. I haven't craved any meats. Like, I haven't craved any like tuna or any fish. Like, you know, usually I go to Papa Dough, get me a good piece of fish, or, you know, like a burger. Nothing at all. So I'm just listening to my body. You know I said I was going to do a year of veganism. I don't know if I'm going to sustain that. Okay. But I'm just going to keep listening to my body. And when my body is ready, I'm just going to have a piece of meat. You know, if anything, I may cut out meat to maybe like once a week. You know what I'm saying? Maybe once a week, once every 2 weeks. But as for right now, I have not craved any meats, y'all. I have not craved, and I'm so shocked. It's been a month. Okay, I am so shocked. But yeah, so let's go see what it is that we will eat. I don't know if I want to try this walnut burger or what, because I'm so nervous about that. Buying a $20 burger, honey. I don't know, y'all. I don't know. Hello, my gems. Am I in the right lane? I don't know. I think I'm in the right lane now. I don't know. But anywho, I'm getting ready to go to Chick-fil-A because I want some ice. I'm going to get some ice from Chick-fil-A. Okay. I just like a good old cup of ice from time to time. I'll be glad when this whole anemia thing is behind me, which it is finally dissolving, you know. I do have to get another doctor's appointment because the day I had my doctor's appointment, I didn't make it. I had to reschedule it because I had other things that I had to do that day with my daughter, and I didn't know. So I have to reschedule my doctor's appointment. But when I do go, I cannot wait because I'm going to have a meeting, okay, with the doctor because I want to know my numbers. Like, I want to have a sit down and discuss my numbers, you know. It's just when I come over here, y'all, trying to get over here, it's like really crazy. Ma'am, don't do that, okay? It's like trying to get over here, it's like really crazy. This line over here, child. But anywho, so, and I try to give myself enough time. But yeah, I want to discuss, like, go over my numbers. I want to see what's high, what's low, what's critical. For a long time, my iron was critically low, okay? For example, if the lowest your iron is supposed to be bad is like 13, I was like a 3, okay? That's how bad mine was, critically low. And I'm the type of person, I go to the doctor every year, right? I haven't been in 2 years. I haven't had an annual in 2 years, y'all. So you know, and in 2 years, anything can happen and change or whatever. I've been going to the emergency room getting my blood work done every time I go to the emergency room. But you know what I'm saying? They only look for whatever if you say my big toe hurt, they not checking nothing but your big toe. So, but for me, each time I've gone to the emergency room, they have had to draw blood work to look for some type of infection or bacteria or a root cause. But anywho, so they were able to check my iron and see all of that stuff at the emergency room. But if you don't go for low iron, your iron could be low and they won't say anything. They'll be like, oh, well, we don't see why you getting a headache. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's whatever you going there for. So, yeah, I'm ready to have that conversation because these doctors won't tell you unless you ask. I told you guys when my doctor tried to prescribe me, what's that medicine everybody was taking, that weight loss medicine, Ozempic, and I had to tell her, like, hey, you know, I have an overactive thyroid, like, and thank God, literally a week or two before I had this appointment, I read that people with thyroid issues should not take Ozempic. It can be deadly. I wasn't even looking that up, y'all. I had no interest in Ozempic whatsoever, right? And I just so happened to read on that. I don't know if I was looking at thyroid things or whatever. I don't know how I came. It's honestly, I always say it's the greatness of God. It's the greatness of God. I feel so protected. A lot of people, you know, don't understand my personal connection with the good Lord, honey, but I have one. Okay, because here I am. I go to my doctor's appointment and she's like, okay, you're overweight. I think I was 212 pounds at that point. I was 212 pounds. She was like, okay, you know, you're overweight, so we want to get the weight down and all of this stuff. And she was like, I can prescribe you Ozempic. And I was like, you know, I have a thyroid issue, right? And she was like, I'm sorry. I'm like, you know, I have the thyroid, you know. And she, okay, well then we're not going to go with Ozempic. And back then is when they put me on phentermine, okay, which is not better. Okay, and I've told you guys from my personal experience, I personally do not recommend phentermine. Honestly, I personally do not recommend any weight loss pill supplement. I strongly recommend making critical lifestyle changes. Okay, to this day and age, that's all we can afford to do. I'm telling you now. Don't waste your time. Don't waste your dime. Don't waste your health. Okay, but yeah. So they prescribed me, she tried to prescribe me Ozempic, and I'm like, if I didn't know that, I would have probably taken Ozempic because I wanted to get the weight loss off. But what happens with me is I will lose the weight. I'll get down to like 190. And then, you know, because of my overactive thyroid issues, I can gain 20 pounds in like a day. Okay, like seriously, I could gain like 20 pounds in like a day, y'all. So it does get frustrating because my weight gain is typically due to health. As y'all can see, I try to eat as healthy as I can. I don't eat a lot. I've been on 1 meal a day for like 5 years now. For 5 years, I've been on 1 meal a day. And I still either maintain the same amount of weight, or sometimes I could get even a little bit bigger. So, you know, like I said, it can be a little frustrating, but, you know, what you want to attack is the thyroid. You don't want to, you know, go to weight loss options and go on weight. And, you know, I have a thyroid issue. Why aren't you treating my thyroid issue? You know, so it's stuff like that that you have to kind of know. You really need, I can't even call that common sense. You need your own medical degree in this life because you have to know things, you know. So that's what it is, y'all. Let me order my iced chai. Hey, John Jacob. Hey, my gems. Today, I am on my way to Target. It is the day after my Pooch, and just to update y'all, I woke up this morning. Oh my God. First of all, yesterday I had a lot of anxiety, a lot of panic attacks. I was trying to go to bed, but when I woke up this morning, it's like God relieves me of all sorrow. I woke up this morning feeling great. I woke up this morning feeling so relieved and so just stress-free. It was like almost crazy. So yeah, but this is your girl. Y'all know it's March, the time of spring getting ready to come. So I'm starting to pop out my little spring gear. So I'm going to Target, then I'm gonna head to H-E-B. I gotta come in here to get a mop so we can clean up the area that she was in. And I gotta get the smell, you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna have to mop it for like a couple days. So yeah, I don't know where my daughter went, but let me grab a cart. But yeah, so I feel better. I feel good. I have my moments, but you know, with time, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna take time. So I did alert my family. My son called, you know, to check on me. My sister, my mom, they know how I was by her, y'all. They know how I was by her. So this one was a big one to my family, but we're gonna get through it. All right, y'all. We have left. We done been to Target. We done been to Marshalls and Home Goods. We done been to H-E-B. Now we're back up in this little spot here because somebody is getting another empanada. It's right over here by H-E-B, so we decided to just come on through. I am actually on my third day of my liquid. So I think fasting until about 5 o'clock. And then after that, I can eat something. So I'm gonna have me a little empanada. But yeah, it's spring again, y'all. It's almost spring, so I done switched up my little love honey. Okay, bringing in that spring color, those spring vibes. It's almost the new of the year, okay? Shout out to Juicy, okay? This eclipse will be eclipsing things in or out of your life. So what is coming for you and what is going for you? Do you know? Do you know? Do you know? See, I knew. That's why y'all heard me talking about it. Y'all heard me talking about it. I knew this was coming up because that's what I do, okay? As a healer, I tap into the energy. I tap into the aura, right? So with me knowing this is coming up, I thought it was gonna be a lot easier, you know what I'm saying? But it's not. Losing someone or, you know, having to move forward is very difficult. But I think that because we was, you know, pretty much prepared, you know what I'm saying? I'm grateful that I was able to get a chance to say goodbye and stuff like that, but it still hurts, so I don't want to talk about it no more. But yes, it's spring again. Everybody knows it's spring again. To the boys and girls and people above. Hey, my gems. So it is like about 3 days. Today is the, I think it's the 5th. And I thought it would get easier. At some moments I feel healed. Well, not healed, but I feel happy.
I feel joyous. In some moments, I feel a level of guilt, sadness, grief, regret. It's hard, y'all. This is a very hard thing to go through because now you have to get over the hump. I thought about this for over a year. And I've finally done it. There's no turning back now. The grief, the emotions that comes with this, for me, I don't know about other folk, but for me, it's very difficult. I cry. I feel like I'm better. I cry again. I feel like I'm better. I cry again. This is hard. With my husband not being here, my other daughter who's in the military, who's on a 1 month, she have to be in like the woods, or she get no service, can't talk to anybody. And when she do get service, she come back to a text message from my other daughter like, Juicy's gone. So she had to go through that as well. It affected her as well. Juicy was very much so loved throughout my family. Okay, everybody knew Juicy. Everybody loved Juicy, right? I'm gonna go to a support group for people who has lost pets. I've decided that counseling may be best, okay, for me. And it's like more like a support group, being around people who have had to experience this, or who are also going through it. You know what I'm saying? I think it's going to be very beneficial for me, because every time I think that I'm over it or I can get over it, I fall 50 steps back into a slump. This is 3 days without her so far. She has been in my life every day for the last 15 years. And waking up, going in the room, she's not there. Waking up, my routine has changed, because there was a time where I would go get her and we would go for our morning walk. And then today, I went in the closet to get a garbage bag and her food was in there. And I always used to take one out the day before so it'd be ready for the next day. And it's like, she's not here. I'm battling emotionally right now, and I want to process this. I'm going to go through this. This is a storm for me. I'm going to go through this, and I'm feeling everything. I don't know what this will lead to. I don't know. But I do know my goal is to not let this grief be in vain. This hurt, y'all. This hurts so bad. It hurts. And just knowing that she's gone forever, it's just, it's not sitting well with me right now. You know what I'm saying? You kind of wish things had been different. You wish they would have maybe passed on their own, but then there's grief that comes with that. I don't know, y'all. This is my first time. It feels like losing someone, because honestly, I've never experienced grief. I've never experienced grief. My husband did, because he lost his dad. When I met him, he had already lost his dad, and then he lost his mom, and I saw him go through grief. I saw the pain that comes along with it. And it's not until this moment that I realized I have never experienced grief. Fortunately, God has blessed me to still have my family members that were my immediate family. You know what I'm saying? Only one I really lost was my grandma, and I was like 10 years old, I think, when my grandma passed. So I didn't know about death at that time, and my mom didn't really inform me on too much. Like, I didn't know my grandma died. I just know one day we went to a funeral. I didn't know what a funeral was. She didn't look like herself, so I didn't even know that was my grandma in there for a little bit. It was just, I've never experienced grief. I thought I was a master of emotions. I thought I was a master of healing. I thought I had healed myself so much. I thought I perfected this. I thought I healed y'all. I healed a lot of trauma that I've went through in my life. I've healed a lot, but I've never dealt with grief. This is one demon, because the demon, the spirit of grief and sadness and regret and guilt, all of that is one spirit. That's a beast. This is a beast. I mean, I thought I was a healer. I guess I'm going to have to find out after this how much of a healer I am.
I think I love you.